Well, it seems like we got a response from a popular religious YouTuber who supports censorship. If you guys haven't heard by now, there are a lot of religious people who want to ban sexy women in gaming. These are the same types of people that wanted to ban Doom back in the day because the game has demons in it. Even though Doom guy is Catholic and he's killing demons. But these idiots didn't know that. They didn't read the lore. They just wanted to ban it because it had demonic elements. They also have a history of wanting to ban Pokemon because it has evolution and many other examples. And who am I talking about today? Melonie Mac. And she is addressing the fact that she wants to ban sexy women in gaming. She just posted this video called Gooner Gate Address. If you don't know how this controversy started, I will bring you up to speed. There was a tweet that went viral on Twitter saying, "Is this what gamers want?" And it showed the sexy women from the First Descendant dancing. Many different religious folks got mad, including Melonie Mac, who said this is degenerate and softcore corn when it's not. And she said if you like this type of content, you are secretly queer and you are degenerate for wanting this type of content in gaming. And a lot of people pointed out so many hypocrisies in what she was saying, because she has said the opposite recently, especially when it comes to games like Stellar Blade. But let's actually watch some of this long ass video. Jeez, why is it so long?
Okay, so this video has been a long time coming. A little over a month ago, I got canceled from the anti-woke side, right? Canceled or cancel attempt. You know, it is what it is.
Okay, quick thing. You did not get canceled. This idiot is already saying something stupid. Cancel culture is not calling someone out for saying something stupid or critiquing someone for saying something stupid. Cancel culture is when someone tries to go after your livelihood, tries to get you deplatformed, tries to get you fired if you have a job outside of YouTube. That's what cancel culture is. It's not calling you out for saying something dumb. It's trying to ruin your life, which nobody was advocating for. Nobody was trying to do that. So I don't know why you're using the term cancel culture when it doesn't apply.
Now this is a game called The First Descendant. Didn't play it. Didn't really comment on the game itself. I commented on the material that was presented in question. And the material that was presented in question of the tweet that blew up and got me so much backlash and hate and saying I was betraying everybody was a video of a character dancing and shaking her butt in a thong with the camera focused on it. Again, I'm not going to post it just out of respect to my fellow Christian viewers. And I know some guys are struggling with pornography and they don't want to see that because of that reason. Not only was I grossly misrepresented and told, oh, what are you talking about? You're being a prude because this character was 80% clothed, huh? Funny that you want to use those words. Oh, but she's 80% clothed, even if that includes nothing on the bottom. It kind of doesn't matter. Almost don't pretend, at least don't play stupid with me. Don't pretend that there was not lustful intent with that video.
But that's the point, because the whole point of that tweet was showing the fact that we do not get this in gaming anymore. That's why that tweet was so popular. That's why that tweet was viral. This is the content that gamers want to see, and by gamers I mean men. Which alone is a reason to not take anything she says seriously, because she is not the main demographic for video games. So who cares if that video was meant to show lust? It's showing something that we do not get in gaming anymore, which is beautiful, sexy women. And the reason that people saying you're quote unquote betraying people or you're being hypocritical is because you made so many videos talking about how Stellar Blade was a good thing. So you are stupid. You are hypocritical. What's the difference between this game and Stellar Blade? Stellar Blade has a lot of skimpy outfits as well, just like the First Descendant. So why are you mad at this game, but you're not mad at Stellar Blade? And you made a lot of videos on Stellar Blade? Why? Because it was a trending game to get views in the algorithm. You made videos calling out journalists and how journalists were overreacting about how sexy Stellar Blade is. You made videos calling out Sony for censorship of Stellar Blade right before the game came out. What is the fucking difference? That's why people are saying, okay, you're betraying what you said before. Because the First Descendant is bad, but Stellar Blade is good? I don't get it.
My only experience with this game that I have seen has been people posting cleavage shots, butt shots, and camel toe shots. And the question was, and there's another side of the game, your anti-woke side, that says that have been against the queer stuff with us, with me, and why perhaps they think we're on the same team is probably because we agreed on this. So they were loud and proud speaking against the queer stuff, but it's like, oh, wait a minute. You weren't against the queer stuff for any sort of moral reason. You were against the queer stuff because you weren't attracted to it. But you still want something equally as perverted, but just something that you are attracted to.
The reason people are against the queer stuff is because it's gross, it's abnormal, it's mentally ill. That is the difference. Normal people do not want to see two men kissing. There's been a study saying that gamers are avoiding gay characters. That's an actual study you can read. So the reason that people are against that is because it's nasty. Nobody wants to see that. Normal people do not want to see gay content. That's not what the 99% wants. That's what the 1% wants. They are pandering to the 1% instead of listening to the 99% of people. That is the difference. And on top of that, another reason. So many different developers are forcing queer content and content that has nothing to do with that. They are changing characters, changing storylines, retconning. That is the difference. People want sexy women because sexy women is normal. Men wanting sexy women is normal. You do not represent the gaming community because gamers are men. Men are the majority. Why should anyone even give a fuck what you say just based on that?
These games keep tanking. They lack substance because these perverts, these queer perverts, want to insert their ideology into the game instead of actually making a good game. So guess what? They crash. Well, you know what? Same thing happened here. Here you have a game where the main focus and selling point has been driven by perverted reasons. And so, yeah, okay, here you had a peak of 264,000, and then now it is at 9,000 concurrent players. It dramatically dropped. Let's be real, if we're going to call Dragon Age the Veilguard a flop, this too is also a flop.
No, it isn't a flop. This game has made plenty of money because of the microtransactions and the skins that you can buy. The company itself said this is a high potential source of revenue. They released their earnings report and they are making billions of dollars off this game. So you don't know what the definition of a flop is. A flop is a game that comes out or something. It doesn't even have to be a game. It could be a movie as well. But it could be entertainment that comes out and it does not make a profit. It made record-breaking profits. Just because the player count is lower now doesn't mean it didn't make them a whole bunch of money, and it still doesn't make them a whole bunch of money. Those players can still be buying microtransactions and making them billions because they are making billions according to their earnings report. So you need to actually do your fucking research and know what the word flop means.
I keep seeing the gaming industry and video games as a whole hijacked by perverts, people who want their ideologies in the game. So when you have the gay stuff, you also have another branch of perverts, who the Gooners, if you will, who are watching a ton of pornography, and they want that inserted in everything in their life, and they also need validation. You know how the alphabet community, LGBT, all that kind of stuff, you know how they're always screaming for validation. Not only if you are against them, if you are against their ideology, they want to crucify you. They not only need you to just be like, oh, whatever. They need your validation. And they can't cope with you being against it. And I have seen this same vitriol with the Gooners after Goonergate. So not only, like, I can't, they want me actively promoting this stuff, or I have betrayed them because I am against it. They need validation for what they're doing and what they're promoting because it's perverted.
First of all, nobody's asking for your validation, quote unquote, and nobody's telling you to actively support something. We are just pointing out hypocrisy that you all of a sudden are mad at this game but not other games. Why do you have a problem with the First Descendant but not other games like Stellar Blade? Nobody should give a fuck what you think because you are not the majority of gamers. Gamers are men. And men want sexy women in gaming. I don't see attractive women as inherently perverted. I don't know why you're saying that. There's plenty of women that wear nice outfits and I don't call them perverted or say they're being perverted. So I do not get that whatsoever.
And so you have that same demand from these Gooners to create this more validation than the shame that they feel for being pornography brained. Now you have certain people who know that it's wrong and they're trying to do better. And hey, God bless you. Read the Bible, seek Jesus. Only he can help you. And I say this to the queer side as well. And I have the same stance on queers as I do these gooners. Is that, hey, yes, what you're doing is shameful. Yes, I think this stuff is shameful and I don't want it in my entertainment because it's shameful and it's hurting society. It's disgusting and it's perverted. No, I don't want it. Do I think that people participating in these activities are losers? Yes.
How does being a man and wanting sexy women in entertainment make you a loser? That's called being a man. How is that wrong or shameful? Why should we feel ashamed? For being normal? For being natural? I don't understand how this makes you a loser or how this makes you addicted to corn videos on the internet. Those are two different things. Sexy women in gaming or entertainment is not the same as watching dirty videos on the internet. Those are two completely different things with two completely different effects on people. They're not comparable, so I don't know why you keep making these comparisons. Just because you play a video game with attractive women doesn't mean you're beating off the videos on the internet. And no man should be ashamed for liking women. No man should be ashamed for being a normal straight man who loves sexy women. That makes no sense to me. How does that make anybody a loser? By the way she describes it, you would think that these games have full-on intercourse where you saw meat swinging around, you saw coochie popping out. You didn't see anything like that in the First Descendant. That game does not have any intercourse whatsoever. So why are you making this ridiculous comparisons to dirty videos on the internet? It is so stupid and you sound dumb.
There's a difference between exaggerating the femininity of a female character versus exaggerating the character for entirely lustful purposes. Now, Lara Croft was a character who was curvy, feminine, but you play those classic games and you show me anything that was lustfully intended, right? Show me anywhere where Lara Croft acted like a slut, because she didn't. Show me anything, because it's not there.
Okay, I can show you multiple examples because Lara Croft has been a whore in the past. Here's two advertisements I can show you. Here's the first one. This is an ad for Lara Croft and Tomb Raider on the PS1, and Lara Croft is in a bikini. And the text on the screen says, "Come and have a go if you think you're hard enough." That is such a slutty thing to say. So what are you even talking about? Lara Croft has been dirty in the past. And I have a second advertisement to show you. This is a crossover between Duke Nukem and Tomb Raider. And you can see in the picture, this ad shows Lara Croft topless, but Duke Nukem is holding a sensor bar in front of her chest. This is obviously slutty behavior. So your favorite character, Lara Croft, has been a whore in the past. Duke Nukem has clapped her cheek. Duke Nukem was hard enough for her. He did have a go because he's Duke fucking Nukem. Of course he clapped them cheeks. That's his whole thing. He's a ladies man. The Giga Chad. So you are just straight up lying. Lara Croft is a whore. You are so confident in saying, oh, that's never happened. She's never done that. And I just showed you two examples. So you're so confident in just lying because you don't do your own research on your own favorite character. And I am pretty sure there are plenty other ads out there as well.
And I think what has happened with society is it has promoted perversion. It has celebrated perversion. We've had this, oh, live and let live type mentality. Don't kink shame. Don't shame people's sexualities. They made up an entire concept of sexuality that isn't real. God created woman for man. That's it. There's no other sexuality. Anything else is a perversion of God's creation as per the Bible. And you know what else is perversion of God's creation is when you're substituting, if you're, I'm going to use a male as an example, if you're substituting a wife for a pixels on a screen, that's perverted. Your sexual gratification is supposed to come from your wife. And if you are seeking alternate sources, seeking those sources for sexual pleasure, you are acting in abomination and perversion.
Nobody's saying they want sexy women in the video game over having an actual wife in real life. No one's ever said that. People are saying that they want characters that are beautiful and sexy in games. They didn't say they want that over real life love. This is such a stupid fucking argument. I don't understand this. No one's picking beautiful video game characters over marrying a woman and spending your life with a woman. No one's saying that. People just want sexy characters in gaming because sex sells, because that is entertaining. People love beauty. Nobody wants to look at ugly. People want to look at beautiful and attractive. So I don't know why you're trying to connect this to real life marriage and relationships. Nobody's picking video game women over real life women. That's not real. No one's ever said that. This bitch is so stupid.
People think that, oh, make all these characters naked. Make them all naked or half naked or in lingerie. Make all the female characters in lingerie. And that fixes everything. No, it doesn't. Making good games fixes everything. Making games that actually have substance and quality fixes everything. And I'm going to tell you, if you actually look at a brilliant and artistic mind who can create a masterpiece, typically they have respect for their work. And as a result, you're going to see that portrayed in the characters that they create as well. So are you going to find a perverted game that happens to be a masterpiece? The chances of that are almost non-existent because, again, someone even capable of in the first place of producing a masterpiece is going to respect their work enough for that not to happen. Just like look at movies. If you compare a masterpiece of a movie to pornography,
first of all, you don't get to decide what a masterpiece is. That is subjective, and the term masterpiece gets thrown around nowadays in the gaming community. I just can't take it seriously. Second of all, just because a game has sexualized elements and perverted elements according to you doesn't mean it isn't considered a masterpiece. I can give you a perfect example. The Witcher 3. There's sex, there's nudity in the game, and it won so many Game of the Year awards. That's a story that people walked away saying, oh my god, that was amazing. The Witcher 3 is legendary. And it's considered a 10 out of 10 masterpiece, and it has perverted, according to you. You think beauty is perverted. I don't. Because I'm a man and I love women. But the perfect example, like I said, The Witcher 3. It is a masterpiece, considered to be a masterpiece by so many different people in the gaming community. It won Game of the Year. So what the fuck are you even talking about?
So here's the difference. It's one thing to say, okay, here's a character that's built to be attractive, which everybody is going to see attractive people in their life. But what separates a person from an absolute loser is that they can see an attractive person and not lose their minds and need to go take a break and run to the bathroom, and touch themselves. Like, let's be real.
Nobody has ever done that before. I repeat, nobody has ever done that before. She is just making up bullshit. Who's ever saw a good-looking woman outside when they were walking? Maybe you're walking to a store to buy something. You see a sexy woman, and then you have to run back home, go in the bathroom, beat off real quick, and just smack it real quick because you saw a beautiful woman outside. That never happened to anyone ever. I've never seen a sexy woman outside while I'm just walking, doing some errands, taking care of some business, and just saw a beautiful woman and just felt like I just had to beat off real quick. Like right away, I gotta find a bathroom. Hurry up, I gotta jack. Oh my god, nobody's ever done that ever. That sounds like some fucking anime logic where somebody just screaming when they see a pretty girl, the main character who's like this weak pussy. You know how anime main characters are. They have no charisma. They just start screaming when a pretty girl talks to them. That sounds like something that would happen in an anime, not in real life. This video is so fucking stupid, man. Let's just get this over with.
But I'm just saying, let the record be straight now. And you can unfollow me if you want. I don't care. I didn't make this channel just to pander to people. I made this channel because I was already burned by a lot of the corruption. I've already seen a lot of the corruption in the gaming industry. I've seen a lot of the perversion and some of the perversion that I defended. So I'm not here acting like I'm better than everybody. I'm here from a place now of knowing, okay, I can't support this.
There's a difference between choosing not to support something, like choosing not to buy a video game, and calling people losers for liking said video game. I still don't understand how I'm a loser for liking attractive women in video games. That just doesn't make any sense to me. If you don't like it, you don't have to buy the game. Just don't buy it then. Don't advocate for censorship. Don't call people losers for liking a beautiful woman in a video game. If you can't support it, then don't. It's just that simple. It's so funny that you say this because you were promoting this with Stellar Blade before. Again, why don't this idiot explain? What is the difference between the First Descendant and Stellar Blade when it comes to attractive women? Stellar Blade is just as quote-unquote perverted as the First Descendant. What is the difference? Months ago, you were making videos on Stellar Blade defending Stellar Blade. You were calling out journalists who said the game is dangerous to women because it has quote-unquote unrealistic body standards. When one, the character is a model scan of a real-life woman. Two, it's a fucking video game. I don't want it to be realistic. But that's a rant for another time because I think it's stupid when people say it's unrealistic. No shit. But anyway, you still haven't explained the difference. And I doubt she's even gonna mention it because she is a hypocrite. Well, she didn't mention it because that's basically the end of the video. The rest of the video is her talking about the future of her channel, which I do not give a fuck about because I don't watch this woman. I definitely will not after this. She just mumbles and mumbles, repeats herself. You know how women are. Just never stop talking, never stop yapping, never stop bitching and running their mouth. That's what women do all the fucking time. So the rest of the video was just her talking about her religion, which I do not give a fuck about, in the future of her channel. So what do I even say to this? This bitch is still a hypocrite. I still don't know why Stellar Blade is magically different from the First Descendant. I still don't know why she thinks she has the authority to tell gamers what we want, and we gamers are men, because gaming is made by men for men. I don't take women's opinion seriously. You're not a real tomboy. If you don't like what men like, you are not a real tomboy. And I still don't understand how liking beautiful women makes you a loser. That's what men like. Men like beautiful women. That makes no fucking sense to me. That was never explained. And you're comparing video games with no nudity or sexual content to actual dirty videos on the internet. Those are two completely different things. You can play video games and not watch dirty videos. That's it. You're just making assumptions that everyone who likes this is addicted to corn videos on the internet. Completely unrelated. But that's what these idiots do. Both people on the far left and these religious zealots on the far right. They talk about dirty videos on the internet when it has nothing to do with that. And I don't understand how attractiveness is perversion. When I think of a pervert, I think of someone who's invading a woman's personal space without her permission. I don't think attractive women. I don't fucking understand that. It makes no sense to me. And there's a difference between not liking something and asking for censorship or shaming people for liking something. If you're shaming men for liking beautiful women, you can go fuck yourself. Maybe you're just jealous. Maybe you're jealous because you're flat chested and you have no ass. That's why you're attacking fictional characters, pixels on a fucking screen. I'm saying the same shit that I say against the far left queers that complain about beautiful women. It's the same fucking logic. They're both advocating for censorship. If you don't like it, you don't have to buy it. But when you be a piece of shit to people and disrespect people and call people losers, people are gonna call you out and critique you. Not cancel you because you kept saying you got canceled. Nobody canceled you. People critique you. Not the same thing. This bitch is just so annoying. She loves using words but she doesn't know what these words mean. All of this controversy for something that wasn't even that crazy or over the top. Just a woman dancing in a video game. You don't have to play the game, but don't advocate for censorship of the game and don't call people losers for liking the game. It is a game that is popular. Yes, it has fallen off, but that's another conversation. The reason the game has fallen off is because it's grindy and a ton of obnoxious microtransactions. That is why the game is losing players. It has nothing to do with the gameplay itself or the gunplay or the environments or the characters or people getting bored of the characters or the game having no substance. The game is just grindy and greedy. That is it. It's a fucking Chinese or Korean gacha game that's free to play. What do you expect? I don't like that personally. I'd rather just have a set price for the game and just pay like $40 for it and not have to deal with microtransactions. I'd rather just have these skins to be unlocked, or at the very least charge a whole pack like $10 for like 20 skins rather than just having each skin cost like $20 or something stupid like that. That's why I don't like free to play games. So I just don't play it. That's it. I don't ask for censorship of a game. If I don't like it, I just don't fucking play it. But you do not understand this shit. This is such a stupid fucking conversation. This is what happens when you listen to women. Women are not the the main audience for video games. That's it. So women should shut the fuck up. Gaming is by men for men. I know I said that so many different times, but it's true. It's so true. She does not understand the majority of the gaming audience because she is not the majority. Many gamers are not interested in your moral high ground from your religion. These are the same types of people that tried to do this in the 90s, and people are fucking sick of it. So I don't know why even make this video a month after that controversy happened. Just take the L. Just take the L and shut up, because you didn't say anything more insightful. If anything, this video made everything worse because now you're calling people losers. So just shut the fuck up already. You're an idiot. You're out of touch. And people are unsubscribing from you. So stay mad. We are not losers for being men. This is what men want. Men want the First Descendant or characters like the First Descendant characters. That is it. It's not pornographic. It's not perverted. It doesn't make us losers. It makes us men. So I don't have much else to say. I don't want to keep repeating myself. So Melonie Mac, go fuck yourself.